Welcome to Wardens of the Weave. I'm Warden, and you've found your way into a rather sticky situation where we're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff today. Hopefully the plan is you guys are going to be going into the tomb. We're going to be introducing 2 new players and their characters, and we're retiring Old Faithful Malakar, who, I'm just going to go and say it now. You guys wake up to find that he is missing, and he has gone no note. Actually, he leaves the note. He says, all right, well, I'm not feeling happy here. I'm just going to go ahead and go back home. And that's that. So, session recap from last session. The party returned to Stonecall after spent the night in the safehouse. You guys, during your downtime, Malia brewed poisons. Goliath played with her birds. Malakar and Sir Thomas baked bread, though Thomas's loaf turned out to be superior, much to his own satisfaction. Valar and Logain ventured into the nearby forest north of Gristle. So we're not going to see Logan again because the player left because he has some real-life obligations he's got to deal with. Malakar challenged Goliath to a bread baking contest, cheekily claiming that she was obviously better at it. She declined. The group rested, and the next morning they met with Lady Songbird, who gifted you all heartstone necklaces. They also learned the key had been recovered and successfully translated. You guys went to go see a Sarian, who grows increasingly chaotic with each time you meet him. The party found him precariously high on a ladder, tossing books and scrolls off his shelves in search of a misplaced one that was ironically located on his desk. He descended the ladder dramatically, landing in a pile of the books, and proceeded to cast Arcane Genesis Cup of Water, summoning an enormous mug of water, which he began turning into coffee. Nearly spilling it, he rummaged through his desk again and handed over the key, providing the translation, "In the mind's eye, the magic of ruination, give us entrance to thy station." He then explained the nature of Arcane Genesis, and demonstrated again by casting Arcane Genesis Sweetened Cream, producing an overwhelming amount of whipped cream atop his coffee. Goliath inquired about commissioning a scroll of Arcane Genesis, agreeing to a steep price of 15,000 gold. The party split up for various errands. Malia sought intel on a smuggler through the Thieves Guild, while Malakar, Goliath, and Thomas attended a barrel ball match. Goliath attempted to influence the outcome with some magic, and was caught and reprimanded under the Sacred Barrel Ball Code. She was ejected after casting again, and tried to return in disguise, and was ultimately banned. Thomas, trying to appeal to the referee, was told never to interrupt during officiating duties, and was removed as well. Later, Sir Thomas visited the Adventurers Guild. I guess I might have gotten this backwards, but Thomas visited the Adventurers Guild and requested combat training, and Guildmaster Bramblefoot referred him to General Tigerclaw. After meeting General Tigerclaw, Thomas mistakenly addressed him with the wrong rank, and was punished with push-ups while the general stood on his back. Thomas was then ordered to run laps around the kingdom and fetch an entire cow leg, which he struggled to finish, while General Tigerclaw casually devoured his own. Then led Thomas through a striking drills and more laps, culminating in sparring, and the general dislocated Thomas's arm multiple times during their bouts. That evening, they went to Gelt's Tavern, and a lighthearted arm wrestling match between Goliath and Thomas took place, and bets were made, and Thomas won. And you guys went back to the safe house. Let me make sure I get back to the right map. And we will start here. Sorry, that was a long-winded summary.
For not doing a lot, we did a lot.
Right?
Yeah, holy shit. How long did the session last?
Oh, it was within the time frame.
You guys are efficient.
Malia, as she's usually the first one to wake, will go back to conducting can't say that word. Creating, brewing potions and vials and poisons in her poisoner's lab.
the music too loud?
Oh, no, it's good for me.
I mean, you can always lower it on Discord. It's all good.
So, I guess you'll find that there is a bit of a quiet time. I imagine, Sir Thomas, you're gonna wake up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a knock at the door.
Oh,
Yes.
who might this be? I'm gonna go up to the door. I'm gonna let Malia know. I'm going to answer it.
And
Is there like a peephole for the door, or no?
yeah, sure. There's a peephole, and you'll see that there behind the peephole is Lady Songbird, and flanking Lady Songbird are two people you've never met before.
Oh, Bryn, Raven, please come downstairs. It's Lady Songbird. She has some guests I want to say. And I'm gonna open the door and greet them. Lady Songbird, what brings you
Thomas.
here?
Well, yes, I have brought some new adventurers to join your party. We have been working with them for a bit of time now, and we believe that they are best suited for your team. You two, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Of course. Briar, would you like to go first?
Sure. I'm Briar. It's very nice to meet you.
Likewise. And you there, Mr. Scaly?
My name is Garathon Snowbreaker. I will be at your service for the foreseeable future.
Intimidating name, strong stature, and you seem quite useful. Sure. Thank you, Lady Songbird.
Of course. And I imagine, where are your other companions?
Well, I just woke up, so Raven, I believe, is probably doing something with her magic, and if I'm led to believe, Malia's probably still creating potions if she's up at this hour. I was actually about to bake bread if you want some.
Yeah,
That
because
does-
you called Malia bread, and I was like, I'm not bread.
Oh wait, yeah, my bad, sorry.
That does sound lovely, but I do have some things to attend to today, and I have already eaten. But if you were to save me some, I would be happy to try it.
Surely. Why not?
So,
Well, I assume you two probably want to come inside and get to know us, right?
Absolutely.
Be optimal, yes.
best of luck, adventurers, and have fun in the tomb. She gives a little wink before walking off.
Good day, lady.
Good day, Lady Songbird.
Safe travels.
Well, I do suppose I should be getting you two inside. And he's gonna, like, push you guys inside and kind of wave y'all in. And Sir Thomas is gonna go close the door behind y'all and he's gonna go shout, Raven, Malia, we have guests, new members of our group, if you'd like to meet them.
Malia
It
will
is
come to the
too
door.
early for all the yelling.
Yes, let Raven continue to sleep.
Alright then, you can meet them later. Malia, at least would you wish to meet our new compatriots?
I suppose if Lady Songbird has brought them here, then that is part of the transaction, isn't it?
I believe.
Hmm. And so, who do we have here? What do you bring to the Nevermore?
one. And I bring protection as well as information.
I do like information.
As do I.
Can you describe your characters, please?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So, Garethon is probably in his prime for a dragonborn. He is not wearing a shirt, is not wearing shoes, has just plain leather trousers that have a multitude of pouches. Other than that, you only see him carrying a walking stick. Like no other belongings. And if you were to see his back, you would see a large tattoo of a dragon, and along his spine, a tri-pronged braid. A tattoo of a braid.
Briar is pretty on the younger side, early 20s. She's definitely foreign looking, not from Stonecall or probably not from that general area. She seems kind of aloof, but not in the I don't care to be here way, but more of like the I'm just here for the vibes kind of way. She also seems kind of just sort of out of place a little bit. She kind of doesn't really know how to behave in group settings, it seems like. That she's just a little awkward.
Well, it seems that if you guys were introduced to us, then you already know about the tomb and our current quest.
Actually, no. Lady Songbird said that our paths were aligned and that I would be a key element to you. But I know nothing of your quest, only that I am here to help it.
Interesting how things seem to work out for us, I guess.
It may be.
Well, if you want to sit around and get to know myself or Thomas, or I don't know if Valar's up yet. I haven't seen him come up from the woods yet.
As you say that, actually, you would notice that. Is there like an open window or something?
Oh yeah, so I'm assuming you're running in this way. Like this?
I wouldn't be running in as. Basically, you just see a bloodied and all ruffled weasel climb through the window and jump in. And he looks beat up. And as soon as I jump into the room, I'll just go back into my natural shape. And you just see myself completely devastated, on the brink of dying, panting.
Malia will immediately bring out one of her health potions that she has on hand and get it to you.
Sir Thomas is also going to try to kneel down immediately and try to help you any way he can. Valar, what? Jeez, always come crashing without a warning. What happened?
Logain's dead.
Dead?
What?
It was all so sudden. We found this Ganassi in the woods, and I've never been so afraid in my whole life.
Just the two of you tried to fight the Genasi?
We didn't even have a chance to try. He broke his spine in an instant. All I had to do was run.
Oh,
Malia's
no.
just gonna look around. What's the raven's name?
Phelan?
Phelan, thank you. Is Phelan around Raven, or is he up in your room with you?
She is with me, and Goliath slams open the door and says, and comes down, and it just sits at the table grumpily.
Definitely not our morning person. Raven, we
Yeesh.
just received news. The Janah say they killed Logan.
Hmm?
The ones
Oh,
that are hunting you? Yes.
You are being hunted.
and this is news?
Well, the fact that Logan is dead, yes.
I agree. This is horrible news. Valar here, you're looking horrible. Can I try to roll like a survival check to see if I can help him out? Or would that be
I
more
gave
like
him a health
medicine?
potion.
I
medicine?
will. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to drink it, but I honestly kind of don't care about it, to be honest.
21, baby.
Oh yeah, I guess death would be bad for people that do it once.
We're not all
Master
like
Triss.
you.
You speak as if you have experience.
Not that I remember.
Oh boy, does she have experience. Sir Thomas is going to try to help Valar stand, try to tidy him up if he can, as he's trying to make his wounds close.
A great way to be introduced to the group and learning about some of the dangers that we are facing.
Vala will just have noticed that there was 2 other people in this room. Just... Oh.
They're new members of the party, Valor.
Yes.
We were just introduced to them.
It is nice to meet you, Shape Changer, and I wish it was under less dire circumstance. And I will attempt to help you up.
Thank you.
So how did he die?
This iridescent Ganassi ripped his spine in half. You've never seen Valar like this. He's always been, I mean, I guess for the 2 new people, this is how he's always been, but for the rest, yeah, Valar's always been very calm and self-mannered, and this is not him.
The iridescent ones are the ones that at least have some mind to them. Did he say anything? Did they say anything? Before he did it?
He was waiting for us. He knew about us. He was ruthless. He didn't even give us a chance to breathe. It was all so sudden.
I've encountered
like-
few Genasi in my day. Did you know this man?
I've only heard tales of them, but no. It was like there was no light.
Did he
It was
look
just darkness.
Did he look something like this? And I disguise self to make myself look like Splinter.
What does it look like?
DM.
So let me go ahead and get the.
Yeah,
the
I'll
image, but
describe him.
They do not look the same. So
Okay, yeah.
so let me go ahead and do this. So that's what the form that she's taken.
Okay.
What flavor Genasi is this?
Iridescent.
Oh, there. Yes. These particular Genasi are there's a group of them that are hunting us.
What did you do?
The person that they're hunting doesn't remember what she did.
Guilty.
But Logain didn't deserve any of this.
Neither did you. And Sir Thomas is gonna try to lead you somewhere, and he's gonna be like, let's get you cleaned up first. We can discuss other matters at a better time. Let's make sure you're fully okay, right?
Thank you, Thomas. I think I'll just need to lay down somewhere.
Alright. Let's get you up there, champ. And he's gonna try to walk you upstairs to one of the rooms. We do have the rooms are upstairs, right?
Yes. It's just when I'm making these maps, I can't. It's only the one dimension that I'm able to actually download. So yeah, so
Right.
I have it laid out flat.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, Sir Thomas is going to go ahead and take Valar upstairs. He's going to make sure he rests. He's going to leave a little potion of healing by his bedside table, and he's going to come back downstairs.
A little bit of tea with garlic and some lemon.
Yep.
Yeah, and Val will just pass out.
Yikes. Well, you two, I apologize. He's going to clasp his hands together for such a horrible introduction to our group. Not to say that about Valar, but to say that was such horrible means you got to meet the full party. I truly do wish you got to see him in a better state. However, we will hopefully have him better soon. Anyways, I'm gonna make some bread. Who wants some? He says, like almost gritting his teeth. Mad that like won't remember what's dead. Wonderful. Now, allow me to go make some. And Sir Thomas is gonna go try and make some bread.
And I believe quite on the contrary of what you just said. I believe meeting in this circumstance shows the heart of your group right away, off the bat.
Well, I do appreciate that. At least there is some appreciation of honesty.
Who are you two?
Oh, right. Raven,
Yes.
as I tried to call before, these are the two new members. Lady Songbird appointed them to us.
Briar,
Good day.
it's nice to meet you.
I'll just put my fist against my open palm and like give you a slight bow.
And what exactly do you two do?
I'm a ranger and a sorcerer.
I can fight,
Good enough.
and I know my way around foreign magics and how to get rid of them.
Well, that will be good, especially since when we are ready to go back to the temple and we can fill you in on that particular mission when you feel ready for it. But we will be entering a trial designed by a very powerful sorcerer that might have very powerful magic attached to it.
Might is an understatement there, in case you weren't aware.
It was inferred, but Lady Songbird said that our skill sets would be helpful to your crew. What is
Well-
exactly your mission?
Shit, what are we doing?
Well, currently, to my knowledge, we are trying to investigate the ruins. Malia, you're probably best to explain it. I forget the name. It escapes me.
Oh, the ruins themselves, I don't believe they have a name.
They don't? Oh. Well, yes, we are to investigate it, and there was something in there we were after. However, we need to constantly go through barriers in order to get to said thing. And once we cross another barrier, there's another test for us to fill out, and then get to the next test, etc., etc. There's constantly barriers. This is the second one we're on.
It's a ancient artifact, an amulet that is that the Order of Scribes has put us. We have taken a job from them to retrieve this artifact, and the temple itself and the trials were crafted by the ancient heroes of Stonecall. A rogue, a paladin, a barbarian, a sorcerer, a cleric, a ranger.
I see.
We've gotten through the first test. On to the second.
But how many do you know?
6.
Yes, there will be 6 more because the first test wasn't assigned to any of the heroes, and each of the heroes has their own trial that you have to go through. We'll be going through Elira Velitres, the sorcerer of their group.
Very glad you said it. I couldn't pronounce that name if I tried. But yes,
But
like
the
I
more
said.
pressing matter at hand is we are also being hunted by, well, we don't really know,
Genasi.
yes.
mostly.
Problem people. Big problem people. Dangerous problem people. We don't like these people. Those people, they hurt Valar and killed Logan. Bad people.
But as long as you stay near me, I think. And Lilias is gonna reveal the amulet of proof against detection and location. They can't see.
Well, that is good. But I do not believe that there are any bad people. There are only bad methods, bad views.
I'm not sure whether to agree with you or disagree, but I can appreciate your point nonetheless. But these
Either
people,
way is
whether good or bad, are very dangerous. We've been let know of that.
Good and bad are subjective.
Understood.
Oh, wonderful. The bread's done. Sir Thomas is going to get the bread out of the oven. He's going to place it out. He's going to be a bit mad and say, "Sorry, that's not my best work. That loaf is okay at best. Needed more salt."
I could have told you that.
Wow. Yes, I'm very certain you could have. You didn't even participate last time.
Well, I will
Whoa.
definitely indulge in a slice if you're dishing it out.
I'm just gonna eat the bread while reading my book that is totally poetry and not a cookbook on how to make bread.
Are you covering it up? Is that what you're doing?
It's got a spell on it.
That is evil. I love that. Well.
Oh, Sir Thomas, I do not know what you speak of. This bread is delicious.
How much bread have you eaten in your day? I'm flattered, but that's not the case. I'm sorry.
Where I come from, the cooking is not very good, and fresh food is hard to come by.
Right. I can understand that. At least I was a street urchin for many years of my own. But,
I lived in the desolate mountains.
Ooh.
Not much food.
Right. Wait, hang on. Sir Thomas is going to tap his temple before he says, You mentioned you had information for, right?
Yes? I don't know what specifically you're looking for, but Lady Songbird said my set of skills would be pertinent to your task. And I could act as a guide, as such, to foreign magics. Perhaps. I'm not entirely sure.
So I take that as you don't know until we get there.
Perhaps. Or perhaps if you have a question, I may know the answer.
Do you know what foreign
about-
magic she's talking about?
Well, I've spent many a year training myself to be able to fight those who do not belong on this plane. And I have, once or twice before, shut rifts that lead outside of the material plane. of the primatorium, if you will.
I don't believe you understand how useful that could be. Last time we tried, he's gonna look over at Malia and Raven, he's gonna look at his hand and kind of shake it. It went not so swimmingly, but success nonetheless.
If it is magics of the land or of the earth you are looking for, it seems Briar might be more set to those skills.
Oh? Really?
I'm well attuned to them myself.
Well, then it's good to be in good company.
All right.
We have an idea of when these said tasks will be required.
There's no time limit on them, which is good, especially since once we pass one trial, we're usually given a code and it takes a week to decipher that code, so the fact that there is no time limit is helpful. We're going to need Valor at his full strength, especially if
Yes,
there
of course.
is any emotional trial to the sorcerer stage and not just magical in nature.
Well,
Yes, at
then,
least that too soon.
if my vote counts for anything, I would propose that as soon as Valor is able, we set out on this endeavor, and I'm eager to see what you speak of.
We'll have to. The tomb is located in the Dead Forest. If you're familiar with the Dead Forest at all, you know how dangerous it is going to be.
I am not. Would you perhaps enlighten me?
You would probably sense it as soon as you enter it. We all have, but it is a forest filled with dark, necromantic magic. There's no life, there is no wildlife, and it even can wear on your mental well-being just by being in it. There's been plenty of times when we've had to camp in it that we've seen a fog, we have heard noises. The Genasi have also taken the opportunity to attack us while we were in that forest.
I'm not certain if they're affected by it either.
No. I would be surprised if they were.
You've willingly gone in there?
Well, we sort of have to get to the tomb.
Several times.
At least
Many
3.
times.
Going back for a 4th.
Well, I have willingly entered more desolate places, I believe, if what you say is true, or if you're undermining it. However, whichever it is, I believe that with you by my side, we can get through. If you know the way.
We definitely can lead you to the tomb, but then comes the dangers of the tomb itself. These trials are designed to test the mettle of the people trying to get to the artifact. The first trial we went through, we had to face shadows of ourselves. Past, present, potential futures. It had a very emotional effect on several of us.
Very.
But
See.
if the tone is the same as the first time when we succeeded to get past the barrier and into the tomb itself, one of the spirits of one of the heroes will be there to answer any questions and provide any information they can before we take the trial.
Well, that is good news. That the champions of old still rule.
I wouldn't really call them champions, but I'm not sure if it will be Rommel, their cleric, who will greet us, or if it will be Elira herself, since we're going to be taking her trial, but I guess that is something to be determined. One thing that we were sort of cautioned about, that I'm not sure if you know anything about, Garethon, is Elira herself is sort of the curator of the arcane genesis.
Warden, would I have known that?
You wouldn't.
Okay.
That is interesting.
It is very potent magic. So your skills in understanding magic, if that is used to test us,
Yes,
would
I knew
come
of
in
Arcane
handy.
Genesis. I just did not know their creator. We believed that it was from a time far before that.
Well, those heroes are the original founders of Stonecall. They're long dead. That tomb was sealed for centuries.
Interesting.
How long ago was that exactly?
Are you asking like out of game or like above the table?
Both?
Malia's been doing research on it. Do you want me to roll
So,
history or
It's
investigation?
roughly 4,000 years.
That's what she'll say in character if it was an in-character question.
Well, if you think about it, I might have been alive during that time.
Oh lordy.
Depends on how frequently I die.
All right.
You a furbolg?
What?
Are you a furbolg or human?
No.
Wait,
Uh,
what race
to
are
both.
you?
It's
You
not
say-
evident. It's not evident.
She's kind of half elven.
Okay.
But like there's this weird like aura. Now that you're like actually kind of looking into it, you kind of start getting this weird whiff of rot and decay. Like a smell. Faint, not overwhelming or anything. Like if you weren't actively looking at her, you wouldn't notice it.
I'd say nothing, just a quizzical twinkle in my eye.
But since we're allowing Valor some time to rest and recuperate, it's an excellent time. We can show you around our safe house as it's been provided to us. You can get set up on some cots upstairs.
That would be wonderful.
Just be careful if you're in the smithery that I do have a poison lab in there, so...
You have a smithy.
Well, we don't have a blacksmith, but we do have a blacksmithing area. Hasn't been
Wonderful.
set up properly because... Unless you're able to do it.
I've tinkered. Mostly jewelry.
I can do a lot of good things with jewelry.
Really? He will pull out of one of his pouches a silver necklace with a medallion made of platinum with a blue small sapphire, not worth anything, but just a decorative sapphire in the middle, and put it around his neck. What could you do with this one?
Why, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I can tell it has sentimental value.
Yes.
I guess the only other thing that, if there's any questions you have of us, of where our skill set lies, or if you're just willing to find that out in the field, as it were.
I like to be kept on my toes. Briar, do you have any questions?
No, I was told you're all good at what you do, and I trust in Lady Songbird.
Well, about that tour, then.
Yep. Malia will give them a tour of the safe house, and while she's giving the tour, because Garrett said that he likes to be kept on his toes, she's going to try to steal that necklace off of him and then return it to him after the tour's done.
You can certainly try.
Go ahead and do a sleight of hand check against his passive perception.
Right,
While
and
Malia is leading them
my
on
passive
the tour.
perception? Shite.
And I have advantage on this.
While Malia is leading them on a tour, oh my god. Elias is gonna check on Valar.
Come on. Why aren't you rolling d20?
Is it Lilith or Raven?
Either.
Yeah, so it's pronounced Liliath, but she also
Yes,
goes by
Liliath.
Raven because she'll introduce herself as Raven to some.
Oh.
And
Okay.
Bryn has problems pronouncing the other name, so Raven, because it's I always worry about pronunciation. That's a
you
29
speak
for my
like
sleight of hand.
I
That's
don't think
against 13.
I think you're able to easily slip it off at Garathon with no problems.
Yeah. So, like I said, my goal is at the end of the tour, as she brings them back to their cots, she'll say, well, enjoy your time here and stay on your toes, and she'll hand back the necklace back to him.
Oh, you are a sly one, aren't you? Good to be on the same side.
Yes, well, I'm always going to be on your side, even during the moments you won't be able to see me. Trust in that.
You do catch a little frustration in his face that he's lost something so precious to him, even for such a short amount of time, but he's cheerful about it.
And she'll go back to making her poisons.
Is there anything you guys want to do while Valar gets a long rest in? So it's going to be 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm basically just chilling by Valar, just kind of sitting there the whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be training.
Oh, if you're training, I'll come train with you. But I want to first ask, I would ask the party if they think we're up for a fight or more of an expedition.
Right? We were attacked last time.
We were, and it did not end the
Prepare
best.
for both.
And we had to fight shadows of ourselves, so be prepared.
Yes,
Warrior
Raven
is
says
always prepared.
good. We both are prepared. Now, if you'll excuse me, I want to go train. I feel as if my punches need a bit more oomph. He's gonna
Do
go
you
back
mind
and
if I
train.
join you?
Sure, I haven't trained with someone since, well, literally yesterday. Why not?
All right.
Blair, if you wanted to go into town with me to get some supplies, I need to stop by my tutors and we can pick up some supplies for what we need.
I'd be happy to.
Do you mind picking me up another bottle of perfume?
Yep, I certainly can do that.
All right. So,
Any scent will do, as long as it's strong enough to get rid of the smell of death.
I might just use my lab to create you your own. Then that way you can save some money.
That would work.
Sir Thomas
But
and I
I'll still
commenced
pick up the
training
perfume because I
montage.
need a formula to follow.
What's up?
Sir Thomas and I commenced the training montage.
Training montage. Let's go.
Play some Paul Stanley in the back.
go ahead and do some like acrobatics versus acrobatics. See who's I don't know if you guys are just like punching at each other,
were
or
we
if you're just
sparring?
Are you sparring or are you punching
Yeah,
dummies?
yeah.
I
No.
wasn't planning on
Yeah, yeah,
sparring.
Okay, fine. You're
No, no,
punching
let's
Yeah,
spar
if you
and
want.
train. Let's do both. Let's do both.
wanna
Come on. Acrobatics
Okay.
versus acrobatics. Let's do it.
Got it.
Oh no.
dummies.
Oh, no.
That's
Did
still
he
pretty
win?
bad.
I think he won.
I won with a 15.
Yeah, you guys both got a +7. So
Damn,
it's- you notice that
Nice.
Garathon is punching
That's out
these
3.
dummies a little bit harder than you are, but you also know that you just got both your arms dislocated yesterday, so...
I spent like
Yes.
the first 10 minutes just kneeling, like wrapping my wrists. You watch me take out a blade, Assassin's Creed style blade, and load it into a stirrup. And then I have another chain wrapped around my arm, not my fist, my arm.
Oh,
Alright.
interesting.
Okay. So... Alright, so let's go ahead and go to Malia and Briar, going into Stonecall.
Yes.
I want-
I'm especially going to take our squishy sorcerer to the potion shop, so if she wants to buy some potions, she can do so.
Okay.
Since they're so cheap here.
Alright, I'm gonna click on the Stonecall map, and as promised,
New map. Oh, it's 3D. Oh, look at that. It's so cool.
it's a new version.
And you have words over it, where places are too. That
I don't
is so
see
awesome.
it. Where is it?
On your D&D Beyond, if you hit the
It's
campaign,
oh, sorry. I just have to refresh. Oh, good.
Yep.
Very nice.
Giant crab.
Yeah, so the crab there is the mascot for Stonecall, Barrel Ball team.
Oh.
Aw.
So, but
Love crabs.
anyway, so you enter into the kingdom, and nothing seems to be remiss here. There are people running about doing daily things. The clouds kind of float overhead with no problems.
as always, whenever she's in Stonecall, Malia has her radar up.
And I'm assuming you guys are going to go to the merchant's quarter.
Yes.
Okay, I'll open that map then.
I'm going to leave a note at.
Do this delete, and then players. So Briar, you're still slightly unfamiliar with this particular area, but you're following Malia around.
Yeah, Malia is very well versed with this area. So yeah, like I said, I'll take her to the Emporium where we get our potions, and
The pick-me-up potioneria.
because health potions are really cheap here. So
Ooh.
Going. And then how many potions did you want to buy? They are 2 gold apiece for the potions of lesser healing.
Briar isn't sure because she's not very familiar exactly with money. She's never had to really think about that sort of thing. She grew up in a commune out in the wilds, so, everything was traded with each other. It was all, for everybody, for the good of the community. So now she's got, like, a little bit of gold to her name, and she's like, I don't know what to do with this at all.
Malia will help her with it. Because Malia knows how to spend gold very well. So, Malia already has a whole bunch of healing potions on her.
I have 10 of these ones. What should I do with that?
She looks so confused.
The gold pieces?
Yes.
Well, with 10 of those ones, you can buy 5 potions of healing, which are good to have when we're out on exploration.
She'll get maybe 2 or 3 because she does have, like, a healing spell at the moment.
Alright.
She's good berry at the moment, so
Yes.
she's like, I don't want to go too overboard with something I can already do.
Yes. It's just more for, like, Raven does some healing magic too. It's in those times when you're not close enough or you want to conserve spell energy, as I know how precious that can be. But yes, then from the potion area, is it the potion area where I get the perfume, or is that also...
So the perfume would be in Franny's finer wares.
Nice. I'll take her. I'll pick up some a perfume from Franny's, and
It's a gold, 1 gold piece for a bottle.
oh, yep, that's no problem for Malia. And then I'll also take her to the general store in case there's any. I'm just showing her where we get our normal supplies and everything like that, and then.
Yep. I don't think I had you guys buy rations for a while. So.
Yeah, no, I will buy us more rations. I know you're really good about not tracking it, but we are buying rations. Now that we have somebody who can cast Goodberry, though, really. And then I'll also, like, I'll show her to where, like, the blacksmiths are and where the enchanter emporium, if there is ever a need for magic stuff, and then I'll slip in a note into the vial page. I'll just hide a note in one of his books for him to find later.
Right, so you're going. Okay, he's gonna know that you're there if you are going there.
Yeah, I'll take her in. I'll show her around the bookshop.
So as you enter into the Veld page, you'll see that the bookseller is sitting there. He says, if it's not my favorite student learning statecraft, I see you brought a guest with you. And who might you be, young lady?
Briar, it's very nice to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well, Briar. Is there anything specific you are looking for?
Well, Briar seemed like a young one who seemed keen in interest, so I thought I'd bring her here to check out some of the books.
Very well. If you need any recommendations, you know where to find me.
Of course. And yeah, I'll pursue the books, but I am going to, once again, at advantage. With a 21, I hide a note in one of his books.
And I will be sure to read that later.
Jeez, he even sees my sleight of hand.
I do appreciate your stories that you give me every now and then.
Well, it's a promissory note. I'll have a new story for you.
Of course. Be safe when traveling south.
I will. Duras Ethel Benel. She'll give him a bow.
He's gonna smile and go back to reading as you leave the shop.
If your companion is interested in information like he said he was, I can bring him to meet him later. He's one of my tutors.
Is there anything else you guys want to do in the Merchant's Quarter while you're here? Or are you guys set on doing the fast forward to when Valar wakes up and you guys are ready to go to...
Yep. I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I need to use the restroom real quick. For something about drinking 2 glasses of water. Just goes right through me real fast. So,
How dare you? How dare you, DM?
Be right back.
Leave the table.
Be right back.
You guys just walk back to the path. All you hear in the back is.
When Valar wakes up, he'll likely wake up with Lai sitting on a stool next to him. A book floating in midair, turning pages slowly on its own.
You probably
And
notice
Goliath
you'd
is reading
be
it.
having really bad sleep, lots of bad dreams throughout, twisting and turning.
If that's the case, then Goliath also probably has Valar's hand.
Okay, I'm back. So, some time passes. Sir Thomas and Garethon have had a decent time training. Valar, you awake and you see that Goliath is, I don't know, standing or sitting or just is nearby. And Malia and Briar have been doing what they do. Whether it's, I think Malia, I'm assuming you're making poisons and
Yep,
whatnot.
more poisons. Getting ready for that precious cutting strikes at level 5.
I guess when I wake up, I'll just quickly sit up. Get
You're
out.
awake.
Goliath. When was I out?
About 8 hours.
Gods, I just wish I could have woken up and it was all a bad dream. I guess all I can do is try to move on.
Death isn't quite the end. We'll see him again.
Are you suggesting I should go find him?
Well, you have business to attend right now. Maybe that's an adventure for another day.
No matter what we have ahead of us, I'm not sure if the light of Saloon is still with me. But I'm always here to help. Now that I've lost my only friend, well, my closest friend. You guys are all I have.
Well, I'm sorry for earlier. Death is sort of a mundanity for me.
So what's the plan for today?
Well, frankly, it's too late to head out, so we'll probably be leaving tomorrow. But I'm going to go to those ruins. You
It's
should
finally time
prepare
for our
yourself.
trial.
You should prepare yourself. The
Alright
things
then.
you'll experience there are quite possibly far worse than what you have just experienced.
I can't imagine that being true. Perhaps
Perhaps.
I should try spending some of that gold I have.
Well, Malia has already left already. She is likely to return soon, to be honest.
Malia's the one holding on to Valor's
Yeah, that
gold
is
still.
true. That's true. Forgot about. Right. Well, I'll just wait for her then.
I'm sure she has your gold and your interests at heart.
I knew she
So
was
whatever you-
trustworthy from the start.
Whatever you need, she's probably covering right now.
Yeah, I hope Malia had the initiative to buy some healing potions for Valar, because I don't have any. And I probably should get some.
Yeah, no,
You
it's
would probably
easy
know
enough.
this.
Malia has a dozen on her character sheet, so she's not. If you wanted some of hers, she's not worried about
Okay.
getting you some of hers.
Okay, cool.
And I have 6 and I don't use them.
It's just good to have when your friend is dead. It's a good spell to have. A good healing option.
Hold on, I got something to do real quick.
Well, I'm
Valar's just gonna get out of the room and come downstairs.
So I'm assuming, are you guys wanting to leave right away, or are you guys going to take a long rest, or?
Yeah, I don't think we want to head, because depending on how close it is to nightfall, we probably spend the night at the safe house and then leave first thing in the morning.
Sure thing. So after a long rest, you guys are going to head out for the forest, and I'm assuming you're not going to cut through the kingdom, right? You're just going to go straight south.
Yeah, now that we can.
Okay.
When Valor comes downstairs, Marathon's not gonna say anything, but just with a knowing look and a nod, he's gonna clap you on the shoulder with a strong but gentle hand, and if you don't fight it, he's gonna pull you in for a hug, and then hand you a flask.
He will oblige, but not like he would not really give the hug back. He'd be just.
Oh well, if you're not going in for the hug, Garathon wouldn't go in for.
It's not because he doesn't feel comfortable. It's just because you feel like he hasn't done this before, and but he appreciates the gesture, and he just says, "Is this how you greet people?"
When they are in sorrow, yes.
Oh, well, thank you.
There's more reasons than just sorrow, but
Grief is a tool we use to keep fighting. And then
I
he'll just
apologize for not being not properly introducing myself, but I'm Valar.
and I'm Garathon.
Is Briar also here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Briar, I'm very sorry about what happened to you and your friend.
Let's not dwell too much on this. We have an important task ahead of us. But I suggest we all take a good rest and get ourselves mentally prepared for it.
We should leave the horses here. I don't want to bring them into the forest.
No,
Well, the horses wouldn't go into the forest.
I agree. They stay here. The horses are smarter than us, man. The nice thing about our safe house and where it's located, it's actually not that far to journey to the forest now.
The sooner we
Well,
get this over with, the better.
Yes.
And I'm going to exchange the blade on my weapon for a sack filled with small pebbles.
Okay. And alright, so as you guys set out, the weather is nice and clear. The sun's coming down. It's a bit of a hot day, but nothing that you guys can't handle. You make your way south to the forest, and you stand before the forest, and it's, some of you have seen it before, but Garethon, what you'd see, and I'm going to describe this for Briar and Valar, because neither of you have seen this yet, or on a player level. The atmosphere within the forest itself is a rich blue hue inside, compared to like a yellowish, regular light that you'd normally see. Within the boundaries of this forest, the atmosphere is more blue, and there is no sound coming out of the forest. You do see flowers popping up here and there, but they don't look like ordinary flowers. The roots of all these trees twist and curve, almost like they're protruding out of the ground, searching for something.
Valar's
you'll-
definitely uneasy about all this.
You'll sort of note before Malia crosses the border to enter the forest, she sort of takes a couple of deep breaths to focus on her will. Because I'm going to need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Well, it's...
Oh no.
Yep.
Before
As you step
do,
through,
can you-
I need you to make...
Can I get some healing potions?
Do
please?
I see any birds?
There are no birds.
You do see
Have I
birds
seen
Well,
as I
it's like-
cast.
remotely close to this before?
You do see birds as I cast Bless at 2nd level on myself and our 3 newcomers, Valar, Briar, and Garethon.
Okay.
Sorry, what did you cast?
Bless.
Nice.
And this
Okay,
takes the
thank you.
form of a raven apparating
But,
out of the ether and appearing on your shoulder.
but as far as like wild birds go, there are no wild birds in the forest. There's no animal life at all.
And have I seen anything like this ambiance before?
No. It's entirely unnatural.
I wanted to ask you a question before we set out. I guess I was just gonna ask about, do I still feel the divine magic saloning? Am I still able to channel it?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
It was wisdom, right?
It's gonna be Constitution.
Constitution.
Yes.
12.
Alright. You are able to step through.
Check
No.
or save.
Save.
I think make it with the D4 bonus.
Okay.
Add a D4.
Oh, Oh, it's not gonna matter.
No.
It could. I mean,
It's not. Even if she got a 4, she would still fail to save.
Yeah, that was bad.
oof.
All right. Everyone else want to make their checks?
I was gonna wait
sure
for a
can.
bit.
Ooh.
Or-
I don't
or-
know
Oh,
what
no.
sucks me. I got really good wisdom.
You rolled the wisdom, not a constitution.
Well, nat 1.
No, no.
It's a D4 for bless, right?
Yeah, so you're Valar, you're fine.
Okay.
So, yeah, the DC is 12.
I'm gonna step through with my shitty little modifier.
Do I notice anything
Oh my
different
God.
in
All right.
I
So
demeanor
Goliath
as
is
these people are
fine.
stepping through?
So Sir Thomas
Mm-hmm.
and Briar and Garethon, are you stepping through yet or no?
I'm waiting to see. Do I see like a change in demeanor or
Demeanor?
expression of any
Alright.
of these people walking
So-
through?
You'll see that they, Goliath, Valar, and Malia are able to step through, and they seem to take, for Valar, this is the first time you've experienced this, but all of your senses get muted a little bit. Your sight gets a little bit blurry. You can't smell as well. Your taste gets a little bit chalky, and your hearing goes a little bit, gets a little, just the smallest bit muffled. And for Briar, these effects are amplified for you, as well as Sir Thomas. And you're going to be suffering a -1 to all of your rolls while you are in this forest.
Alright.
Damn.
I'll kneel down at the edge of the forest, take a bit of the soil in my hands, and just say, Stolios, be with me as I have protected you all these years. And I'll walk through. Saving throw?
Saving throw.
How do I do a modifier?
So on your sheet, you'll find you see the saving throws.
need it.
And then you
Yeah,
just
but
roll,
I have blessed.
Then bottom
and
left, there's going to be the little red
Okay.
die.
Got
there.
it.
And make sure it's set to everyone, not to self.
Yes.
Yeah, so you
freaking
succeed. You feel the numbing of the forest, but it doesn't afflict you outright. And let me go ahead and switch to this map. And proceeding forward into the forest.
Mm.
Let me go ahead and get everyone's tokens on here.
Ooh, new forest map.
How long does bless last? A minute?
Correct.
Right. And as you enter into the forest, you proceed forward with for several hours. Nothing of note seems to happen.
Oh, if it's several hours, I'm gonna use magical cunning to get my spell slot back.
Okay. And a small bit of fog appears, flowing seemingly from the trees.
Malia gets her weapon ready.
And you
seeing that-
hear a dragging sound as someone begins to approach. And he's looking directly at Liliath. He says, "Ooh, I found you. You can hide yourself. Yeah, may not be able to see you, but I can smell your scent. Ooh, it's delicious. You smell like fear, fate, all wrapped up in soft skin. Oh, I got a present for you. throws Logan's body out in front of him.
Can I, like, use my feet to see if this guy means us any harm? Like, if he's just toying with us or not?
Sure.
A large chain.
Cool.
Right. So you're gonna be staring at him for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So for the first part, I'm not gonna give you the answer yet. But he's
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh, his bones crunched real good. Oh, it just makes me hungry for more. And he looks directly at Leliath and says, oh, I wonder what color your blood will be this time. Oh, I'm so excited to see. And he's gonna like take a step forward and he's gonna reach his hand out. He's like, oh, Splinter made me promise not to touch you yet.
Can I do use my observant feat and glance around and use the search to see if I spot his phylactery around? Because I was told that he can't be too far away from it.
You can try.
Sweet, because that is investigation, so I will roll it. 24.
Ooh.
So the fog is coming from a fairly wide area here. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll
Okay.
just paint it on. So it's like that. So and there's
can't
just a
see
whole
any
bunch of
past-
fog behind that. So you imagine it might be somewhere in the middle there, or somewhere
Okay.
from that direction. But he's like, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for this moment. I can't wait to have you. We'll be watching. Waiting. I hate waiting.
Then why wait?
The waiting makes it taste better.
We need to make him pay.
Valar?
You can have it right now. As I step forward,
What are you doing?
I'll be
I'm
back
trying
for
to
that
convince
rib
him
of
to
yours.
fight.
He's gonna lift his finger, point at you. Just the one. Unless she's generous. But for now, I couldn't help myself. But I need to leave. I just wanted to give this to you. And he turns around and he walks away. And the fog retreats with him.
Malia is just gonna chase after him.
Did I ever find out if that guy meant us harm or not?
Oh, he absolutely does mean you harm.
Oh, yeah.
As he walks away, I'm gonna command a raven to attack him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
I don't like this.
At disadvantage because he stepped into the fog.
Yeah, just roll that again then. 18.
Alright. The raven echoes the fog, and you just hear a bit of a crunch. But the fog still retreats.
Do you know that man?
Never
Is he
seen
a
him
man?
before. But he is less than human.
That was no human.
I think that next time they show up and we want to try to take them out, their phylacteries are going to be hidden in the fog itself.
Good to know.
I want to walk up and inspect Logan's body. Is it like obviously?
Huh? Say it again.
he threw the body down, right?
Yep.
Is it like obviously cannibalized?
It's, you can tell that there's been stuff like pulled apart, like it's this viscera being pulled out of him. He's missing some scales, but he's all bloodied up.
What race is he?
A were-Komodo.
Oh, what?
So like a Komodo dragon, but
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
Well, he's dead now.
Oh, my bad. Respect to the
Is his spirit still around?
You're asking if his spirit is still around?
Yeah.
No. Are you talking about like the Orni or Logan's?
No, Logan.
Yeah, no. it's not
Logan.
around.
Yeah. Okay.
And that said Orni, not Oni, right?
Orni, Orni. It's
Okay,
short for
so not-
asparagus.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm not even being ironic about that.
That's funny. How close to the exit of we've been walking for hours, you said?
Yeah, several hours. So at this point, the sun is beginning to descend below the mountains.
Hmm.
I'm used to lands without animals or plants or anything living, but I do not like this place.
Yes, well, and my recommendation is to cremate the body.
No,
I do not recommend it.
here.
Let me take care of it.
We'll take the body with us.
Thank you.
We'll bury it outside of this forest.
Just make sure that nothing can attach itself to it then.
Like a disease.
Lost spirits looking for a new home.
He was always reticent to converse with the Moon Maiden. But now, maybe he'll finally see her light.
I am going to resummon the Book of Shadows and pick up a new spell.
Alright. Well,
He will be buried.
Here.
No, not here.
We'll move him.
Good. Now,
I'm just warning you. That is fine if you want to bury him, but we just have to find a way to protect his body. This forest has dark magic to it.
How far away from the... How deep are we in the forest right now?
yeah, so you guys will need to do a long rest, and then it's a small half day to the tomb. So I don't have any other encounters planned for the remainder of the forest. So
Oh, good. I was hoping
that's
not.
what they all say. That's what they all say. Ah,
that was the only encounter I had planned. So,
Oh, okay.
which the goal was to introduce Orni.
Well, congratulations. You introduced him. I hate him. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Hopefully, you guys like him. He's
Once
I hate him.
Once we are outside of the forest, I'll give him a look over. Make sure there's no nefarious things that have happened to him. Then we'll take care of the body.
And
Are we turning back tonight then?
No.
Maybe if we are fortunate enough and it is Ramo who greets us in the tomb, he can provide some.
It is unlikely we're going to be able to bring him through. Phelan
We
can join us.
No, but we could at least ask that his guardians protect him.
And they will. But for
What is it that we're
now,
doing?
we need to...
Rest. We need to get
Yeah.
asleep. We're not at the tomb yet, and it's not safe to travel this forest at night.
Wait, so are
Do you know
we?
why that is?
We're carrying the body then? Is that what we're doing?
Well, if we don't want to bury it here and we don't want to burn it, then yes, we're going to have to carry the body.
Yeah,
In the
but then
morning.
we're not going to go in the tomb with it, so we're going to have to leave it there.
But there's a barrier around the tomb, so at the very least we can leave it right outside the tomb and it will be protected.
Okay. That works.
Alright. And I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw for me real quick.
Oh, again, oh no. Alright.
No more D4.
Modify. I got a 9.
Oh, that was a nat
Okay.
one.
I'm sucking today.
I'm not
Whip
seeing
is-
any of these rolls here right now. I don't know if it's my end or what.
It's your end.
Yep, we've all rolled.
Yeah.
Garathon got a 22.
No bless.
No, it's long gone. It's been
Alright.
hours since that was.
Yeah.
Wait, so who got below a 10?
Malia
I got below a
crit
10.
failed.
Oh, that was 12.
You didn't get below a 10, Thomas.
I got a 9, remember? I have a -1 on my rolls. I can't apply it.
One. No.
Yep. I'm screwed. I'm screwed.
Hang on, where is the... Here we go.
Even though I'm a monk, wisdom is not my strong suit.
Alright, well, I'm gonna be... So... Hang on. Oh, so I gotta send some stuff here.
It just snowballs for
This
you.
is... You see this.
My schizophrenia is acting up. Oh no.
That is true. You
My
are
schizophrenia.
schizophrenic.
Ah!
Wait, Malia, did you also fail the entrance thing?
I didn't fail the entrance thing, but I can't do anything about a nat 1.
I was just saying, 'cause if you did, it would be a 0.
Hey, Warden, we're at the edge of the forest, right?
No, you guys are several hours into the forest.
Oh, okay. Can I
think-
like try to walk up and go touch what you sent me? Can I try to go like see if they're like things?
Your hands would pass through it.
You guys are just gonna see Sir Thomas like get up and slowly try to walk around and try to touch what you guys have no idea is, and you're just kind of
Yeah, it
disappointed whenever it passes through.
I'm just
You are
gonna
right.
go. I'm just gonna go up to him and grab his hand and pull him back.
Except he's
Thinking
actually
he's
lucid
having.
for this, so...
Well,
They
I'm
were
doing
there.
this. I'm thinking.
They were there. I saw them. Animals.
Oh.
Perfect.
There are no animals here.
Spirits of animals.
Foxes with antlers. Starlight birds. Butterflies everywhere. Endlessly looping. Almost as if in a trance. And Sir Thomas is gonna shake himself. He's gonna be like, sorry. My mistake. I must have been thinking something else. Again. My fault.
Your mind is not your own.
This place plays tricks.
You should rest.
Right. To be frank, I'm not sure it ever will.
But all of you are going to get a long rest unless there's anything else you want to do.
I was doing an Arcana check on what I saw.
You are not able to determine the nature of it.
Okay.
I'm going to gather some small twigs, and you will see me just kind of just look at it for a bit and wave my hands over it a few times, and a small fire will start. And I will keep the smell of jasmine in the smoke going.
Alright.
I will take watch. You should rest.
You will be able to get a full rest yourself. I don't require the same amount of sleep that the rest of you do.
Nor do I.
Well, I'm not actually sleeping at all, so if anything happens during your watch, just let me know and I'll be alert. And then I'll take the next. Because I'll
Thank
be
you.
up anyway.
Alright. After a long rest, all of you wake up, eat some rations, and proceed forward. And on your path, you do see, you come across the dirt road running east to west.
Are we carrying the body?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, it'll be on my floating disc that I summon in the morning.
Okay. Garathon's definitely more wary today. He's walking with his walking stick now, and his chain is a little looser around his wrist.
Every hour or so, we still have to take a break so I can recast the spell.
Well, for those hours, I could help carry while we walk.
It's a short break, only 10 minutes each. But
Oh,
it happens every hour.
But, so, at a
You
certain
guys can
point-
also sit on the disc as long as it doesn't exceed 500 pounds. I have to walk, but
At a certain point, you do notice that the tree roots become much more gnarled, becoming taller. The trees themselves become more warped and twisted. You'll see more and more skeletal remains as you approach the tomb. Rusted
is this
weapons
here
litter the ground. No, these all I've always been here.
okay.
It's just you guys haven't been here in a hot minute, so.
Yeah, I didn't remember.
And eventually you do arrive at the tomb. The stone surface, pristine, cleared of rock. Right. Go ahead and delete those, and then bring in our new people. And you see 3 shield guardians standing in front of the doorway here.
I thought they were Mandalorians.
They do look like Mandalorians.
Can they- Yay!
I give the command word for the barrier again.
Well, the barrier is already down, but they do recognize you, and they stand aside.
Okay, cool.
Is this a barrier or water?
It was a barrier.
Okay.
Alright, well, come on. We must get inside. Let's just hope we're not being followed again.
I'm gonna tuck the body of Logain over
Okay.
yeah, over here.
Okay.
I don't know how to ping. Oh, here we go.
Oh no!
All right.
She did the thing.
And the portal that you see them stepping through, it just seems to be a simple door, but when the door is opened, you see just a layer of silver rippling down across its seams.
I'll just run my hands along it as we pass.
And nothing seems to happen.
And Phelan is gonna watch the body as I go in.
I'm assuming everyone enters in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Switch to this map. Let me go ahead and remove. And
We're playing checkers?
bring in the right people again. I should have done this ahead of time, but you know. And entering in, you see standing at the other end of the room is a person wearing white armor, and has a blue cape. And he looks up.
Ramo.
It's good to see you again. Although, I do hope it's more to visit than to proceed. I see you have some new people here.
But we do. And I'm sorry, but we do intend on proceeding.
Well, if you do intend on proceeding, they will also need to experience what you have. You understand?
We have warned them.
I understand, yes.
Well,
Just get on with it.
very well. And you're gonna
Hey,
see. Sorry.
Hey, sorry, yeah, I was just informed I gotta go. I got a little bit of an emergency, I apologize, but I sadly got bounced.
Yeah, I think this is mostly going to be, you know, these three. Now.
All right.
So you're fine.
I do apologize. Thanks for having me. I shall talk later.
07. Good
and,
luck.
And you're going to see the light begin to retreat as Rommel Draxon disappears.
Oh, well, I was going to ask him if, because I don't have to go through the trial. I was going to visit with him while these three had to.
Well,
He seemed lonely.
as darkness overtakes the room, let me go ahead and do this.
I'm just gonna go over it. I see Sir Thomas is dissociating again, and we're just gonna go over and take his hand again.
You hear footsteps. Let me go ahead and position these three here, and then do this, and then that, and then that. You see some shadows step out of the darkness. And they appear to seem very familiar. Almost like looking in a mirror.
Are the three who passed this trial allowed to
Watch, yeah.
guide the,
Well,
or,
I mean, you can,
okay.
but
Well, I think as
What he meant to
the,
say was
yeah,
you can certainly try.
I think it's best we let them figure this out on their own.
I sit down and put my bow staff in front of me.
continue to step forward.
So each shadow looks exactly like a copy of us?
Yes.
Can I... When Garethon put down his step, did the shadow do anything? Did his
Not.
shadow do anything?
It's still approaching you.
Fuck, what do I do?
And I need you all to roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Woohoo!
Just those three, right? Or does Malia and Raven roll for initiative too?
19.
21.
Oh, you guys all roll really well.
Add all
That's what I'm good at.
There we go. That works.
Really?
Remove
God damn, it was 5.
remove you, ungroup, remove you, and auto initiative. There we go. We're going to go ahead and start. A is going to jump forward and attack directly at you, Garethon. Version of yourself.
Okay.
With the quarterstaff. Oh, it's gonna get a nat one.
Okay. Well, I will
First
just
attack.
stand still.
It just absolutely just it just doesn't work. So it's gonna take
Eyeing
1d4
that this
embarrassment
attack
damage.
won't hit me, I'm just gonna not move. I'm still just sitting cross-legged, my hands on my knees.
Okay, well, it just like somehow just misses terribly because it gets a 1. So.
It's working!
So are you gonna do
Keep doing
anything with
this.
your turn?
Me? Is it Garethon's turn?
Yeah, it's Garethon's turn. You're second.
Oh, I guess, no. I'm gonna hold my turn.
Okay.
Hold my action.
All right. B is gonna run up towards Valar here. So mirror image of yourself. And it's going to it's going to use a strange version of Starry Wisp on you with a 21 to hit.
Well, he better be outside of melee range, otherwise I will be disadvantaged.
Oh, he's right there, though.
And yeah, that would hit.
Okay. For 3 damage.
Is it radiant? Yeah.
It's psychic.
Psychic.
As the spell passes through you, you're filled with an overwhelming sense of dread. And now it's Briar's turn.
Uh-oh. Briar will go towards it. If I do that, am I getting in this one's melee range at all, or
It's not going to focus on you for any reason.
Okay. Get close and see if she can touch it to cast light on it, because she has that cantrip.
Interesting.
Okay.
Because it's made out of shadows, so...
Yeah.
You note that your hand passes straight through it.
Hmm.
Is it dark in the room?
It is dark in the room. So, I mean, you do see the light go on. And it's in Briar's hand, but it's not affecting this shadow at all. Is there anything else you wanted to do with your turn?
No.
Okay. Valar, it's your turn.
I just want to see this shadow. What do you want?
It looks at you. It doesn't say anything. It makes no sound.
What else do I see around the room?
Stone. The wall, the ceiling's about 15 feet high. There's a few pillars throughout the room, but nothing of note.
Do I cast my own shadow?
No, you do not cast your own shadow. The only shadow you'd cast is from Briar's light that she used. But
Okay, so that's casting a shadow of me.
yes.
I know it's not gonna
shit.
do anything, but I'm going to cast Starry Wisp as well at that shadow.
Okay.
Well, we'll see if it does anything. It's radiant damage. Starry Wisp. 17
Alright, it's gonna hit it.
to hit. That's a 1 damage. Radiant.
Alright. So it's going to shriek as you hit it with the radiant damage.
I took my action
Okay. Sorry?
now. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna take my action because I held my action.
Okay.
I'm just going to, still not unmoving, I'm just going to call out to the shadow.
You are no threat to me, as I am not a threat to you. We are one and the same.
And not a strong wind, but definitely a breeze is going to emanate from behind me and blow towards the shadow. And I want to watch if the wind affects it in any way.
It does not.
Okay. That wind continues to blow.
C is gonna step
That's-
forward with a dagger pulled out. And it's gonna stab right at you, Briar. It's gonna miss. It doesn't hit you. Because apparently, this is the problem with like using your own character sheets against you, is that I have to like use your rolls, and then I still am subject to everything else. A is gonna step forward again, unbothered by this wind. That's gonna bring down the quarterstaff. And deal 6 psychic
Hold on.
damage to you.
Is the basis psychic damage or is the basis bludgeoning?
It's psychic. The weapon passes through you. There's no way to
Oh.
deflect or block.
Okay. See, that changes my whole
Oh.
process of things. That kind of sucks. So I'm definitely going to put my arm up to block it and redirect the attack. But it just goes through my arm, and
Yeah.
you said 6?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a big
Okay, I
move,
was
dude.
wrong. You mean some threat to me.
Should we just spank it down? Is that the plan?
Alright, and now it's Garathon's turn.
More you hit me, the more likely it is you get.
And I'm going to attempt to, from a sitting position, kind of like roll over and sweep the legs and stand up at the same time.
Okay. You can roll the
So-
hit if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll an unarmed strike. 25.
Your leg passes right through it.
Okay, well, now I'm going to be standing up. And I guess I have something for this, I think. Okay, I don't have something for this, but
I think I have something for this. I don't have something for this.
I was wrong.
Oh man.
I guess I will. I'm gonna use my breath weapon.
All right.
Can you roll a dexterity saving throw for me?
Sure. Got a 9.
Okay, you are going to take 7 cold damage.
Cool. It takes 7 cold damage.
Good to know. Okay, I can't do that again. That's my turn.
All right. Well, B is going to go ahead. Let me get over to Valar here. And it's going to use Thunderwave. So I need a con save for those that are within 15 feet. So
That would be me.
yep, so Garethon and Valar. And
That's a fail.
so
13.
So the save, the DC is 14. So you're gonna
Dang it.
take 8
Ouch.
psychic damage. So for Garethon and Valar.
My brain.
Ah,
And now
too
it's
much champagne.
Briar's turn.
Hmm. Briar will.
I don't know, because I don't want to leave its melee range, but she's a ranger. I mean, most of her stuff is ranged.
There has to be another way. This is so frustrating.
You're fighting yourselves.
Yeah, I figured that out. Thanks.
You know what your weaknesses are, your insecurities. Why am I doing an accent? Sorry.
What are you?
It's a shadow of yourself. This is the first trial. You have to face the shadows of yourself.
What would you like to do?
I have no idea.
What's your weakness? I don't know what's my weakness.
I have none.
Briar's gonna get this really kind of upset look on her face and look the weird shadow creature in the eyes and go, "You're a freak." Because she knows that that bothers herself, so maybe that will bother this.
You can roll intimidation if you want to try that.
Alright. Gotta find that on my sheet. Terrible roll, because I'm bad at rolling things.
It's
Yep, you just confirmed that.
it just kind of tilts its head.
Alright.
At least it's responding to it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to do with you want to do with your turn, or?
No, I gotta think more.
Okay, Valar, it's your turn.
Do I feel any different? Do I still have like my doubts and my fears in my mind?
Well, I mean, yeah, when it hit you, you're filled with dread and, you know, anguish when these things hit you.
I want to kneel and pray, reach for the light.
Okay.
I want to chase away those fears within myself.
Alright. Anything else you want to do with
Do
your
I
turn?
need to roll anything?
No.
Okay. No, I'm just going to say a prayer. I'm going to muffle it in my mouth.
Okay.
To Salune.
Alright. Well, C is going to step back. And then it's going to cast Water Bolt at you. And it misses. Apparently it's just really bad at aiming. It's just, I don't know why I'm rolling 2s.
Because that's what I roll. No, I'm kidding.
Did you check to make sure D&D Beyond is just not making you roll all 2s?
Let me double check.
No, you hit me with a 25 last round.
Yeah, I'm not rolling just 2s, so, and that, yeah. So. Alright. And then A is going to take another attack with its breath weapon. So I need you to make a Dex save.
Nat 20, 27.
Okay. So you're going to take 3 psychic damage.
Yes, I will.
And now it's your turn.
I'm actually hurting now, which was not expecting going into this fight. So I'm just going to hold my bow staff vertically in front of me and saying, "You must not be a shadow of me, or you were not attacked unprovoked. So then I must become a shadow of you." And I am going to step into its form. And just, because I can walk through it, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay in its form. Like, try to match it best as possible. Put my bow staff out in front of me, close my eyes, and take the dodge action.
Okay.
And now I'm holding a Kensai weapon, so that's good.
All right. Well, B is going to go ahead and do its attack on Valar here. It's going to cast Thunderwave again. Actually, you know what? First thing it's gonna do. It's gonna step up to right there, and then use Thunder Wave.
Come on, man. Ah.
So I need a con save from all three of you.
Well, I blew my nat 20, so.
All right. So Briar, you're gonna take half of 15, so you're gonna take 7. Valar, you're gonna take 7. Garethon, you're gonna take all 15 psychic damage.
So, real quick, before I forget about it, I passed breath weapon, so you said it was halved?
Yeah. So for the breath weapon, it was halved.
Okay, so I took 1, not
No,
3.
it was 7.
It was 7.
Yeah.
I divided it in half, which would be 3.5, and I rounded down.
And I have resistance.
Oh, well, I guess you.
It's
Yeah.
to psychic.
Oh,
For
yes.
cold.
Well, it was psychic damage.
Oh.
The breath weapon of this shadow thing was psychic.
Well, that's not fair.
It's all
Okay.
psychic.
Yeah, all their
Yeah.
damage is damage to your mind, not actual.
It's not harming your body.
I'm looking very shaken. Valor! Tell your spirit to stop killing me!
Rommel didn't mention this before he left, but in this trial, death is sometimes an opportunity for you to see new things.
Wait, kill myself.
No.
I know,
Rommel
trying
would
to-
absolutely would not say that. He'd say that he would reaffirm his promise that you're not going to die here.
Yeah, that Malia is just trying to reassure them that if they die here, they're not actually dead. So
I know, I'm just trying to not metagame.
I didn't know that.
So
Surrender yourselves, and you'll hurt less.
You guys sound like a cult.
It's just the nature of the trial.
Used to it.
pass the punch.
You gotta
Oh.
get used to it.
sometimes
Oh,
you need
no.
to embrace
Oh,
the
wait,
shadow
wait,
to
wait,
see
hold on,
what
hold
is
on.
truly behind it.
If you ever
never
like
mind.
look in Lilith and Thomas's direction, she's just been stacking books on top of Thomas's forehead. Or head.
So hearing the embrace thing and taking it somewhat literally, Briar will move closer and like offer her hand to the shadow to like shake her hand or what have you, and just stand there and see what it does.
Okay. It's. I guess we'll get there. All right. Valar, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do what Garethon taught me. I'm gonna hug my shadow.
Okay.
Wait, maybe it doesn't. I'm gonna do wisdom save first to see if I have the balls. Okay, I have the balls.
All right. Valar has the balls. Okay. Well, the shadow is going to attempt to use the same spell again. Water bullet. Which 22 to
Oh,
hit.
disadvantage.
Oh god.
Disadvantage.
Okay. Well, 18 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
We tried to save you.
I know.
For 15
No.
psychic damage.
Ow.
And then A, given that you are in this proximity, it's going to reach its hand out and it's going to claw at itself, intentionally striking at its form in order to injure you as well.
What?
Me? Okay.
And that's going to go ahead and deal 18 psychic damage.
Wait, no save? No roll?
Nope. You were
Okay,
standing
well,
within it.
That is true. I was trying to be smart, and now I am incapacitated.
Okay. And as you fall to the ground, the shadow stands over you, and what other people are going to see is the shadow is going to enter in through your nose and mouth and disappear.
And now he actually enters his trial.
Trauma.
Uh-oh.
Here
And
goes the
so
trauma.
it begins.
And B is going to go ahead, and so I can close Garathon's now. It's going to go use Moonbeam on you. So I need you to make a con save.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna choose to fail.
It's for 10
Valor's embracing
psychic
it.
damage.
4 damage?
10 psychic damage.
10? Alright. Come on, you gotta do more than that.
Like, I'm rolling the dice. It's giving me what it gives me. Like,
Trust me, don't prompt him too much to do more than that, because he will. That's what he did. Like, you know.
now, Briar, it's your turn. It responded to your kindness with an attack.
Briar will just sit down and say, whatever you're gonna do, just do it already. That'll be it.
Now, Valar.
I guess the quicker way to do it would just to do what Garathon did, and I'm going to step into it.
Okay.
And then my turn.
Well, C is going to use the shocking go ahead and use shocking grasp.
Ouch.
It's probably gonna miss you.
No!
Unless you want it to hit.
I'll let it hit, yeah.
Okay. In that case, you take 3 psychic damage.
Oh, that's just enough to put me down.
Alright.
You're just trying to start a BDSM club or something.
And you fall over,
Is that
and
what's
this shadow enters into your body.
I brought the chains. I'm sorry.
And this one, seeing that you've decided to step inside, is now going to claw at itself. Dealing, and also hitting you, dealing 13 psychic damage.
Oh my god, that's not enough.
What class are
Come
you?
on. I just
Druid?
took tough. Yeah, but I took tough as a feat because I wanted to be a beefy moon druid. Well, I'll just end my turn.
Okay, well, I guess it's gonna do the same thing. So it's
no,
a
I'm done.
guaranteed +3, so it's gonna knock you out.
I'm dead. Perfect.
It's got 4 dice +3, so and you're gonna fall over, fall unconscious. As combat ends, the tomb falls silent.
Spend a couple minutes to move the bodies and position them more comfortably than we ended up being.
We'll give them blankets.
It's the second
Yeah, so they're
time
not
I've
super
been
stiff
hammered today.
And now
when they wake up.
I'm going to be moving you guys around because this next part is private. So to each individual person.
Ooh.
Although
Enjoy your trials, guys.
We are also at the end of session, so you guys can either wait or I can do it now. Up to you.
I
Yeah,
am
right.
gonna leave and go to bed.
So.
Good night,
All right.
Raven.
Have a good night.
And I
Toodles.
So do you want to? I guess now is probably the best time to do it. So let's just go
Yeah.
and do it now.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I thought we
so-
ended at 10.
Huh?
I thought we ended an hour from now.
No, it's from 5:30 to 8.
Do you guys mind if
Okay.
I go first? I have a 12-hour drive tomorrow, and I just
Okay. Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
can get through yours.
If you guys don't mind.
I can get through yours right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and move up to the private room up here.
I'm gonna sign off for the night anyway, since it's just their
Alright.
trials, and
Yep.
you guys enjoy and have fun discovering your past, present, and future.
Okay.
Let's.
Bye-bye.
I'm more nervous. Bye.
All right.
See you next week.
Okay. So I'm gonna move Valar up here, and then I'll switch between Garethon and Briar. Okay.
Okay.
So just hang out, and I'll be back in here before too long.
I don't want to die. Save.
All right, Valar. Go ahead and open up the document here for you. So, you open your eyes, and you find yourself wandering through a distorted version of the Greyleaf Forest. Moonlight seeping through sickly bent trees. The air feels hollow. It's like the world is holding its breath here. As you look out, you see yourself as a child. Barefoot, pale, you're clutching a crude bone totem. Ahead, you see blurred shapes of what you imagine were your parents arguing. Their words are muffled, but their emotions are very clear to you. Fear, shame, guilt. The woman touches the cheek of the younger version of yourself, and the man sets down a small satchel. They then leave. As this younger version of yourself steps forward, vines wrap around his legs, tight and cold, and the moonlight dims. From the shadows, you hear a dry whisper in Sylvan. The moon saw, but she turned her gaze, and you see, at first glance, it seems like it's the Lunari, but upon closer inspection, it's simply a mockery of them. Rotting antlered shapes with hollowed eyes. One steps forward and places a hand on the head of your younger self. It says, "He left you to us." And as their bodies contort and form into shadows, the younger version of yourself screams before these things turn to look at you directly and begin to attack you.
Okay. How far away am I? Are they just running towards me right now?
Yeah, this is mostly like a cutscene kind of deal, but
Oh, sorry.
yeah, so these things are constantly attacking you. So you, as you're fighting them off, these things die really easily. You find that they die with a single hit. But they are endless and constant. Minutes pass, hours pass, days pass, weeks pass, months pass of this constant assault. And then you blink, and you find yourself in the woods. see a campfire in the distance. As you approach, the fire seems familiar, but it's also wrong. The forest is too quiet. The sky is eclipsed, bleeding a pale red color. You find that you're walking with your party. You see Thomas there, you see Malia, Lilith, Briar, and I can't remember his name.
Garathon.
Garathon. But their movements are off. As you approach the fire, you see that there's something roasting on a spit, and laughter is filling the air. A figure in front of you turns. It's Logain. And he's smiling. He says, "You were always such a good pup, Valar." It almost seems like this is a reuniting. Until you see what's actually burning. It's your wooden mask, cracked in a flame. The party around you chuckles, grinning. One says, "His stories don't matter anymore." And Logan steps forward with a bone-handled knife and says, "Selune never spoke to you, Valar. You just stared at the sky and called it worship." And the flames of the fire rise up. And another version of yourself with no mask is formed, and it whispers to you, "You followed the wrong trail, and now they eat your god." And as it draws a weapon, you look around, you see all of your party members are drawing weapons. As their forms turn into shadow, you look at Logan as he also turns into shadow. And they begin to attack you. Just as before, the shadows die easily. But their assault is relentless. These shadows of your comrades, weeks and months pass under this assault. And then you blink again, and you find yourself in the middle of a forest. You recognize this forest, except it's burning. This is your home. The sacred glades are ash, the sky above is starless. You stand amid scorched trees and the mutilated bodies of the Lunari, the real ones. You feel that the light of Selune is gone. You find Baduk, dead. His antlers cracked, his face blackened. Suddenly the flames die, and from the distance you see a solitary figure walking, wearing a mask of jagged bone with a large frame. As it steps through the clearing towards you, the corpses beneath its feet melt bone, steam rising from the dissolving flesh, and it stops at Baduk's body, placing a foot on his skull. As he stomps down, you hear an audible crack. And then it draws a weapon twin-bladed scimitar. Its arcs humming with unnatural resonance. And it looks at you. It smiles. Before running you through. And as the blades pierce you, the world collapses inward, and a final whisper. There will be no silver in the sky. And as you collapse, you blink and open your eyes. And you find yourself standing in a gray expanse surrounded by flames. And you come face to face again with your shadow. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Well, do I go back to full HP or?
Yeah, you're gonna be at full HP.
Okay. Maybe put me back at 43. That's an 11.
Okay. Alright. It's going to take a step forward and pull out a staff to try to strike at you. I don't think a 5 hits.
No.
Now it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going full force. Can I do magic?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I mean, I just think I'm going to straight up first, I'm just going to compose myself. I'm going to think about Logain. Think about all these visions I had.
Keep in mind, it feels like
And
months have passed. Several months have passed at this point. And you've been killing this shadow of Logain over and over. And you're staring at a shadow of yourself now.
I want to kill this shadow instantly. That's what I want to do right now.
Do it.
So I'm gonna wild shape into a brown bear. So I need to figure out. Oh, that's been too long. How many temp HP do I get? Okay, 12. Boom.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do 1 bite attack and 1 claw. So it's the first one is the bite.
And how do you do the wild shape on your character sheet?
I just don't really do it. I just apply the temp HP and then I look at the stat block and then I just manually roll.
All
So
right.
I rolled a 2 on the first one and a nat 20 on the second. So that
Okay, so the second
I
one's
said the
definitely
first one's
hits.
bite. So the first one's bite. So the second one is a claw. It's only 2d4 if it's a crit.
Okay.
Plus 3. So 5. And it falls prone.
Okay. Well, it's going to spend all of its movements to stand back up. And it's going to try to use Starry Wisp on you. I don't think an 11 hits.
Nope.
All right. Wail into it.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do claw first actually, because that makes more sense. The claw, that's gonna hit, so it's a D4 plus 3, and he's prone again, so that's 7. Deal more damage without a crit. So 7 damage.
Okay.
That affects it, right?
Huh?
Like
Yeah,
does the damage actually?
Yeah, so,
Okay.
yeah, so it's you're hitting your attacks here. All of your attacks are landing.
Okay.
This isn't like the previous battle.
Right. So this time, because he's prone, I have advantage.
Yep.
So it's another 18 plus. So this time, it's 1d8 plus 3. That's another 10 damage.
Yeah, you're wailing on this thing. Okay. It's gonna try to stand up again. And it's going to go ahead and use Thunder Wave. So I need a con save.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, I think, yeah, doesn't matter. Maybe my Bear's con is better.
Alright, so yeah, so it's
But it doesn't
does
matter.
11 thunder damage.
Okay.
Lightning damage.
Yeah, I still have 1 temp HP.
So you're still in bear form.
Yeah, well, even if I lose my temp HP, I remain in bear form. I only lose it if I become unconscious or incapacitated.
So you got the right to bear arms, got it.
Ba-dum-ts.
Alright.
Okay, so another... I'm just gonna keep doing it. Okay, so the claw misses. And then the bite is a 14 plus 5, so that's 19,
hit.
so I believe that hits. So it's a d8 plus 3. That's 5 damage.
Okay. It's going to cast Moonbeam on you. For...
Okay.
It's rolling so terribly, so... I need to make a con
It's
save.
Con save, yeah.
It's rolling terrible. Yeah, so you're gonna take all 5 damage. No, sorry. No, you're only gonna take 2 damage.
I
from
think
that.
half, right?
Yeah.
It's radiant, right?
Yeah.
So I'm resistant.
Okay, so you take 1 damage.
Okay, well, I guess the advantage that I know what my character does very well.
Yeah, this thing can't wild shape like you.
Oh, really?
It's not able to wild shape like you.
Because he's not me.
It's not you.
I can speak while I'm wild shaped, so I'm gonna say. Saloon is not within you like it is within me. Maybe with a more furious and
Okay.
maybe with a more furious voice, but yeah, that's the message.
Alright.
I'm gonna keep wailing at it.
Do
So
it.
first with the claw. So he's prone and he takes 4 damage.
Okay.
And then next time with this with advantage because he's prone. That's a 17 plus, so that hits. And that's 7.
Okay. It's gonna stand up again. It's gonna try desperately one more time to do a thunder wave. For 11 damage if you don't make a 14 con save.
And I don't. So 11, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go again. That's a 15 to hit. That's
Yep.
gonna
Your
hit, I
AC is
believe.
15, so that hits.
Perfect. That's my AC. Oh yeah, that's my base AC. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So he's prone and he takes 7 damage.
All right, that's gonna kill him. So as you slay your shadow, it begins to melt away and trickle out into the darkness, and it disappears. And as the lights slowly fade, you fall unconscious. All right, and that's it for you.
Hey, did I win? Did I pass?
Yeah, you did. So,
Nice.
If you're level 4 already, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the only thing that you're getting right now is that you are going to increase one of your stats, one of your attributes by 1, any one you want, and then you're going to be getting a feat later from me. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. Cool. Wait, I need to think about this. Which stat should it be?
So, but anyway, I gotta
Cool.
kick you out. And
Yeah.
bring
Thanks a
someone
lot.
else in here. So,
I'm gonna go to bed. I'll say goodnight to the rest, but yeah.
all right.
Thanks
take
a
it
lot.
easy.
That was fun.
All right. Sorry, kidnapping, Briar. I
Okay.
don't know if you were talking.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Fear.
So, go ahead and close Valar's sheet. I'm done with his. I can do this. I can delete. Actually, I'm not going to delete that because I imagine you guys want this later. So, after you fell unconscious, you open your eyes and you find yourself just outside of Grudal. There's twilight in the commune's forest. It's eerily silent. The trees feel off, as if nature is listening to you. You're walking through this forest you've always known, but the birds aren't singing. Leaves are curling at their edges. Heading towards the village nearby, the commune, you hear chanting. And you find your fellow villagers, serene and familiar, dripping blood into carved grooves in the earth. Animals lie nearby, lifeless. And a woman turns to you, her face calm, and says, "The forest remembers. It takes and it gives. We've given much, Briar. And now it's your turn." And she holds out a knife and begins walking towards you.
What are you doing?
You must feed the forest. You are the sacrifice. And she continues.
What are you talking about? We don't sacrifice. What are you?
And as she gets closer, the ground erupts, vines lashing upward, ensnaring your legs. And you see the villagers' skin peel away into shadowy, faceless forms, and their chanting grows distorted. And
What are you?
what was once the woman says, "You were always meant for this." And all of the villagers turn and begin rushing at you to attack you. And I'm assuming you fight back.
Yes.
As you fight back, you note that all of these shadows are dying within a single hit, a single strike. But they are constant and endless. Minutes, hours, days, weeks, months pass from your perception. as this assault continues constantly. Until you blink. You find yourself in a shadowed forest. The atmosphere is unsettling. You're back in the ancient forest under a half-lit moon. You follow the party in front of you, and it's the faces you just met. Garethon, Valar, Liliath, Malia, Thomas. But something's wrong. The forest is too quiet. Their voices aren't matching their mouths. And you see Orni step forward, dragging a corpse into the clearing. Almost like deja vu. Bloodied and discarded. Although this time, the party seems to show no remorse. And Malia turns to you, smiling a bit too kindly, and says, "All things have a price. Yours is balance." The party then reaches out to grab you, and throws you into a pit veiled in darkness. While you're looking around in this pit, you see a mirrored version of yourself, staring back with your eyes in subtle disgust. And it speaks. You knew they'd never understand you. And this reflection of yourself morphs into a twisted shadow, fanged and wild, and it lunges at you. And the party members above you, when you look at them, they're enjoying this. And they themselves turn into shadows and begin to attack you as well. This relentless assault. Weeks and months, just like before. Endless and constant. Before you blink again, this time, you are in a strange room, a chamber, lying upon an altar. You see runes and insignias that you don't recognize. You're bound to this altar, unable to speak, surrounded by robed figures, and the air is burning with a magical pressure, and a voice whispers through the flames. The stars were never meant to shine in your name. A magical blaze ignites at your feet and begins to consume you slowly. Your limbs don't move. Any attempts to summon magic doesn't work. And as your skin burns, the sky tears open, and titanic, incomprehensible figures begin to rise up out of the mountains. One leans down, looking at you. Its gargantuan form filling the room that you are in, and says, "You are the key." The door opens with fire, and as it reaches its hands down, your body burns to nothing. And you awake in this chamber of dark, of gray, surrounded by flames. As you face your shadow self once again. So if you're not already, make sure you're on the.
Yeah.
And go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, it's terrible. 5. It's so bad.
It got a 6 on initiative. All right, but make sure you're.
I'm
back up
telling
to
you,
full
you're
HP.
using my sheet, so you're using my terrible luck.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Get yourself back up to full HP.
Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. There we go.
All right. It's going to pull out the crossbow and it's going to fire at you. Oof.
Oh no.
For 10 damage.
Ah! Okay.
Now it's your turn.
I'm gonna try to cast Water Bullet because that did a
Do
good
it.
job.
Nice! That's awesome.
Woo!
That's 10d6
Okay.
right there.
Yeah, that's
That's awesome.
10d6. You say?
Yeah, you're doubling it. You're doubling your damage.
All right.
That's a crit. So you do know how to do the crits, right?
I just rolled damage twice, or
Well, so yeah, so I'm gonna count. I mean, you're gonna kill it no matter what. But like what you do is you
Oh.
right click on the thing, and you do crit
Oh, okay.
damage.
oh, I didn't know you could roll crit damage. I did not know that. Which makes sense because I know how to do like advantage and disadvantage rolls, but
But yeah, you absolutely obliterate this thing.
woo! Briar for the win!
And it's gonna die.
Okay.
And as it falls, you meet a crit with a crit. It was a lucky roll and a lucky roll all at once.
Woo!
And as it falls, its form dissolves and rolls away. And as the fires around you fade, you fall asleep. And I think you are currently level 3, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So you are going to get a level up.
Okay.
You're going to increase one stat by 1
Okay.
of whatever attribute you choose.
Yeah.
And then you're also going to be getting a specialized feat that's personal to Briar. It's not.
Okay.
It's going to be a custom feat.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be over that fast, but apparently it is. So, great, awesome. So, but yeah, no, that's it. And it looks like Valar's gone, so it's I just got Garethon left. So, I will see you next week.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, take care.
You too.
What's up, Garethon? Hello? Hello?
I was muted.
Oh, you're good. Well,
I'm eating a cookie. Are you gonna ruin my cookie?
I hope not.
Okay.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll see.
I'm scared.
Well, after you fell unconscious, you awake to find that you are in the upper courtyard of the Silular Thurkir, covered in frost and blood. Ash drifts through the wind like snow. As you walk through this monastery, it's silent. Too silent. Weapons lay frozen in the snow. Monks lie still. Dozens. Too many. And further ahead, you recognize that there's one still alive. Veckan. Still barely breathing.
My brother. And I will run over to him.
He's gonna look up at you and say, with his voice shaking, "You weren't supposed to protect us." And with his final breath, he reaches up. His blood-soaked hand touches your face as it falls down, leaving a crimson mark across your snout. And as this happens, lightning cracks the air, and the corpses around you begin to twitch. Bone splintering sounds as limbs contort, and each monk rises, their bodies unnatural, bones out of place, faces frozen in pain. Their eyes initially glow red and then blacken as their bodies fade to pure shadow. As they all descend upon you to attack.
Not real.
And I'm assuming you fight back. I'm gonna make that. I think that's a fair assumption. You note that these shadows are dying in a single hit, but they're endless in their nature.
It is not real. This didn't happen.
Minutes
Demons,
of
get out of
combat
here.
turns into hours, then days, weeks, and then months of unending combat. Shadow after shadow as they fall of your fallen brethren. Before you blink, and you find yourself at a moonlit campsite with the party. Briar, Valar, Thomas, Malia, Liliath. And one of them lifts a cloth bundle, revealing a dragon egg. And not just any. It's the ones you're looking for. The egg glows faintly in your vision, pulsing with ancient magic. It's warm. It's alive. You finally found one. Hope fills your chest. As you retire for the night, the others are celebrating. And then you wake. Or at least you think you do, to the scent of charcoal and cooked meat. And as you go to look to see what they're cooking, you see the party is surrounding a pot over a fire. And their laughter is cruel, guttural. And a member ladles yolk streaked with blood into a wooden bowl. And in the pot, bones float to the surface, tiny and draconic. They turn to look at you. Say, "You're next. I suppose you'll taste better than this, hatchling." And as their forms fade into shadow, they all lunge forward to attack you. Jagged armor, hollow faces, blackened breath. As the onslaught continues, for weeks, months, again. The unending waves of assault by your new comrades. Until you blink again, This time, you find yourself on a battlefield of ash, brimstone, and shattered silver stone. As you look around, you see the monastery lies broken. The sky is shattered. Blood and snow mingle across the slope. Garethon stands alone among the fallen bodies of his brothers and sisters. And looking ahead, you see the massive form of Tiamat, raising her 5 heads arched in divine contempt. Each head opens its mouth. Flame, lightning, ice, acid, poison, and breathes together. The final remnants of the monastery and the peaks behind it are obliterated, torn into nothingness. And as you try to stand, Tiamat turns her attention to you. And you hear a voice that shakes the air. You were never a threat. You were a warning ignored. And this time she breathes again. There is no defense. No salvation. Only the wind screaming as the fire consumes you. You wake to find yourself walking amongst the gray landscape, surrounded by numerous flames. You stare directly across at your shadow, and I need you to roll initiative. And put yourself back to full HP.
Okay. Long rest or just HP?
Yeah, go ahead and do long rest. That's fine.
Okay.
It's going to count as a long rest. Alright.
Is this a shadow of me?
This is a shadow of you. It's going to pull out a hand axe. It's going to rush at you. Jump and swing. It's going to miss.
That its turn?
Yep, and that's gonna be its turn. It's gonna be your turn.
Now I know for sure. You're not real.
And I'm going to grab my bow staff with both hands, try to smack it in the head, bring the bow staff down to the ground, and kick off of it and kick it in the side of the face.
Okay.
If I can, if I make contact. So for the quarterstaff, that's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So that is 10 bludgeoning,
Okay.
because it's being two-handed right now. And then I am going to bring it down to the ground and use it as leverage to kick myself off and do a kick to the side of the head. And that is a 13.
That is gonna miss because your AC is 18.
Okay. I'll just come down, face it, bring the quarterstaff in front of me.
Alright. It's going to go ahead and use the breath weapon on you. Let's go ahead and make a dex save.
That's what I'm good at. At 1. So total of 8.
So you're gonna take 9. Well, I guess you're resistant to ice, so you're gonna take
4.
4 ice damage.
Okay. Is that its turn?
That is its turn.
Okay. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, tossing the bow staff to the ground, I'm gonna pull out my hand axe as well to match its stance, and then I'm going to clench my fist, and a hidden blade will appear. And I'm going to first come in with a flurry of blows as a
Okay.
bonus action to do a feint and then a double kick to the chest. So let's see what that looks like. So first one misses, second one hits, and as that kick deals 9 damage, I'm going to come down with the axe to the jugular and then come in with the dagger again with my 2-weapon fighting. So 23 to hit with the hand axe, and a 12 to hit with the dagger. So dagger misses, hand axe hits for another 6 damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
Alright. It is going to try to kick you, and then it's going to try to follow up with a hand axe as well as your dagger. So 22 to hit for the unarmed strike. So that's going to be 6 damage from the kick. 24 and 13. So the
parry.
2, so 7 slashing damage.
Wait, what?
So it's going to kick
I
you
took the
for
6.
Yep. So
I
you
took
get
the
the
6
bonus
for
action
kicking,
for
you're
the unarmed
saying-
strike, and then 7 damage from the hand axe.
Okay, I'm attempting to parry the hand axe.
Okay.
So how I can't add to.
So for agile
So
parry,
whatever
if you
this
make
is
an unarmed
plus-
strike as part of attack, you
Oh,
gain
never
+2
mind,
bonus to
it's-
the AC.
Huh?
So you would have instead of a 18 AC, you'd have a 20 AC.
Oh, that's not what I'm doing. I'm
Oh.
deflecting the attack as a reaction. So I
Okay.
rolled a 10. I can any attack that is bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, I can use my reaction to deflect and then take away from the damage by a D10 plus 9. I rolled max, so that's 19 damage away.
Okay, so which
If-
attack are you deflecting? I'm guessing it's the hand axe.
The axe, yeah. But if I reduce it to 0, I can use a focus point to redirect it. Are you going to rule it? I can redirect. It says redirect some of the attack's force. If you do so,
for
you
this
could
fight,
choose
I'm
a
gonna say
creature
no.
within. Okay,
So
I'm just going to use that to attempt to disarm it, though, but it probably won't work.
okay, well it's your turn.
Okay. Seeing that I parried it, I'm going to continue with that motion and slide across the gut with my axe. For a 12, that misses. And then I guess I'll go in with the hidden blade.
Okay.
It's a dirty 20 for max damage, which is 11.
All right.
11
Yeah.
with the blade, and then I'm going to.
Well, that's gonna kill it. So.
Oh, okay.
And as you stab it with your dagger, it falls to the ground and begins to melt away into the grave beneath your feet. And as the lights around you dim, you're going to fall unconscious. As darkness overtakes you. And if you're not already level 4, make sure you level up to level 4. If you are level 4, then I guess don't worry about it. And then go ahead and increase one of your attributes by 1 point.
I mean, when you say attribute.
Yeah, so strength, dexterity, con, intelligence, or wisdom or charisma. You can increase it by 1 point.
Can I go above 20?
Yeah, if you want to go above 20. I don't see a problem with that. But you also got that wisdom right there, that nice sweet 18 mark if you bump it up to there. So
That is true. That is very true.
you get the plus
Or
4
could get
instead of
rid of-
plus 3, you know.
Or I could get rid of my -2.
You could. No.
No,
You
no, I
don't get
can't.
rid of the -2 until you hit 8.
You know what? You make a strong argument. I will use that for my wisdom.
All right. So, and with that, and then you're also going to be getting a custom feat that I'm going to give to you later.
Ooh,
But
interesting. Okay.
so I will privately message you that feat. But for now, that's going to be everything. So,
Okay. Thank you.
all right. Well, let me go ahead. I guess now is the time that I need to end the stream. So, I will be talking to you later, Garethon. For those of you that joined us, thanks for jumping into the stream. I know that this one might have been a bit of a slower one. Had to get people through their visions. Hopefully it was a nice, wonderful experience for you. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and raid somebody. Who do I know that on here that I want to raid? Do I know anybody?
Redeemed was here for a bit. I don't know
Was
if
he?
he's still here.
He was here for sure. Sort by following. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna be raiding Red XR98. Stick around for that. I don't know if we still got anybody left, but I'm still gonna do the raid regardless. So, but yeah, take care, everyone.